What is going on, YouTube? This is Travis from Chasing Anthems coming at you guys with another reaction video. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We're going to be checking out another rock legend, the man, the myth, the guy who just started a whole new trend as far as creativity and style goes, and getting outside of that traditional box that we put ourselves in musically from time to time. No other than Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, we're going to be checking out them live in Maui, which is pretty cool. Most of the videos that I'm familiar with are at Woodstock or somewhere else. I've never seen this video, and I have very limited knowledge about Jimi Hendrix. So one of the things I'm loving about this this channel that we've started, reacting to different bands and musicians and everything in between, is that you guys who are the fans, who know this music inside and out, are commenting and providing so much good information and feedback, linking me to other videos to check out so I can have a better understanding and appreciate for these artists that we're reviewing. So thank you so much for that, and please be sure to comment on this one so I can learn more and understand. Aside from just experiencing the music through this video, I can continue to grow in my knowledge and hopefully become a better musician at the end of the day by exploring the different styles and the things that made these musicians great that I can incorporate to our original music. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for checking out this video. Please give us please subscribe. We're close to 1,000 subs. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us getting our original music out there by doing these videos. So thank you very much. Like, comment, do all the good stuff, and go check out some of our original music, chasinganthems.com or at Chasing Anthems, or anywhere you can find streaming music. Go check it out. We greatly appreciate it. All right. That's enough said. Let's get into this video. Today we're going to be listening to Foxy Lady live in Maui, 1970.
Foxy Lady.
Man, to have that kind of freedom to be able to play however you like, I mean, that's awesome. That's something to be desired, right? To have the freedom to be able to play, to riff throughout, right? And not be confined to this, very standard, verse, chorus, solo break, outro. That must, if as a guitar player, as a lead guitar player, I mean, that's the dream, right? To be able to just have ultimate freedom to play riff into solo and just go throughout. And I think that's probably what made Jimmy so different than the rest of the pack, who kind of followed that radio structure to their songs, to where, we need to play live the way it sounds on the record versus having this liberty. I'm curious if that style comes, as derivative as roots. I reviewed Eddie Van Halen's solo, and I got a lot of great feedback as far as like where he got that style. I'd be curious where Jimmy's style, his formative years as he was learning, what inspired him to play this way. I'd be curious. I'm sure there's a backstory, and I'm sure you all know it as Jimi Hendrix fans and who have been followed his career. Let me know where that came from, because I always like to go back and see, if I can pull some inspiration as well. But I love how the amps, you don't see that nowadays. Everybody's typically direct in, or if they have amps in the background, it's just for show. But obviously this is authentic. The vocals aren't coming across great. I'm assuming that's because of the wind and having to cover the microphones with foam to try to reduce all the noise, the white noise, I guess you'd call it. But the guitar and the drums and the bass, everything's coming across really clear. But you can definitely tell by the background, there must have been some pretty strong winds, and considering it's Maui, that makes a whole lot of sense. But the guitars are coming out crystal clear, which is pretty cool. Question time. So, playing with his teeth, is Jimmy the first to do that? Who is the first artist to do that? Because I think of when, I've seen the videos where he lights the guitar on fire, and where he plays with his teeth, or he plays over the back of his head, all that kind of cool stuff. What's the origin story there? I'm curious as to who was the first to do that, and if Jimmy was the one to pioneer that, or if he was the one to just make it popular, or if he followed others. But I'm curious about that. I've always kind of wondered what was the origin behind that that style of playing. You don't see too many guys doing that. I think that's because nowadays there is this sense of having to play with perfection instead of playing with improvisation and putting on more of a show and an experience. The Jimi Hendrix experience, that makes sense, right? But it seems nowadays there's less of that and there's more of perfection. But I could be wrong. I'm sure there's artists out there that are doing similar things. But what's the origin on this? I'm curious.
Try my best to do it.
All right, y'all, that is Jimi Hendrix, Foxy Lady. I love about Jimi Hendrix is that he grabbed the rule book and he threw it away. And in some sense, he rewrote the rule book to say there should be no rules in music, even though we do follow this traditional structure and scales and modes and different patterns and stuff like that with the way that we play and what we produce music. But he really threw a lot of that out the window and said, you know what, this is more of an experience. I'm curious. There's probably a lot of it could be related to drugs and experimenting with different things at that time to draw that creativity from. But it's very, very interesting. His style is like no others. And obviously he's an icon in the music world. We all try to capture that signature sound. I have one of his wall pedals, but even if you could pull off the sound, the style, and the originality is something that just cannot be replicated. The other thing that stands out to me that's extremely impressive is a 3-piece, right? To have such a full sound, to be able to play a live show that goes on, for an hour, 2 hours even, with a 3-piece, and to keep people engaged is really challenging. And it's something to be said, as far as how talented Jimmy was, as well as the other guys in the band. So with that being said, that's all I got to say on this one. If you have suggestions on other videos that I should check out from Jimi Hendrix, if you know the origin story behind the way he played and his style and how we got this song and all the others from, I would love to hear it. Go ahead and provide me links in the comments. Give me a suggestion, all that kind of good stuff. And also, please go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff. And go check out Chasing Anthem's original music. I promise you will not be disappointed. With that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace.